and I'll bring all my shoes and my glasses with me, so I have them.
So a lot of people ask me, you know, hey, what shoes should you use for CrossFit? So the first thing you're going to want to do is get a pair of these. So these are insoles, custom-made orthotics, and basically, if you can see here, this is a support for your arch. So the theory is, as you're coming down on that arch, it's going to cave in. That's going to cave in your knee, which pulls the tendons in your leg. A lot of times you're looking for a good shoe, and specifically a CrossFit shoe. So in CrossFit, your shoe's got to do a lot of different stuff. So I want to start by just sharing, this is the shoe that I used for CrossFit for the last 2 years. This is obviously the Nano 4, and the reason I've used it is it's got a flat bottom, so I can use it for lifting. It's a fairly sturdy shoe, but it's also really good for running. Now, what I found is that I was getting a lot of pain in my calf muscles, and so what I did to kind of compensate that is I used these insoles. These are custom-made orthotics, and the theory is this is going to support that arch, and so when you're running, if that collapses, it's going to pull on the calf muscle. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do some 400s. These are a new shoe, new custom orthotic. They've been broken in. I'm going to test that shoe out against the Nano 2. Same orthotics, going to slip in there. And then I have Nano 5s, okay? And these have been a little bit weird, so I'm not convinced that this is a better shoe. So how do you find out? Well, you run, and you see how it feels, and test it with time. So we're going to go about 85% max effort. We're doing 4 rounds, 400 meters with 200 meter recovery, 300 meter jog, and 100 meter sprint. Twice on the 300, 100, and then 4 rounds of that total. So that should give me some indication. Now the other thing that I do is I wear these calf supports. So these slip on just like a sock would. And then I also have 2 different types of sock. So I got these Reeboks, which is more of a cotton, and then I have these, which are a smaller, smoother sock. So we'll see how that works, and we'll go from there. So we did 400 meters, came in at 1:30. Then we did 300 at a jogging pace, 100 meter sprint, and that was 10 seconds slower, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. So I was using the 4s, which is a shoe I've been using. So now I'm going to the 2s, and we'll see how that goes. They're again using the insoles. So, shoe is a little sloppy. I think I should have tightened it up a little bit more. I'm gonna switch socks too this time as I go to the 5, and we're gonna see what difference that makes. Speed was slightly faster, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a better shoe. It just means I'm more warmed up. So we're gonna try the 5s, which I'm suspicious about. That's why I used them last in case I get injured. So this is our 3rd round of 4, and I'll finish with the shoe that I think I ran the best in. So see how that goes. So I'm not happy at all, because I spent the most amount of money on these shoes and they don't feel good at all. In fact, they were, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. It was slipping around, unstable, painful. So I'm gonna go back to the 4s with the thin sock this time, see if that makes any difference. But the 5s are not my favorite. The 2s were actually just as good as the 4s. In fact, I like those better, they're a little bit more comfortable. But I'm gonna go back to the 4s, do my last 400 and see how that turns out. But I don't like the 5s. So that's just my feedback. If you like them, great. Reebok will like you. But I'm gonna take those back because I'm really disappointed because I really like them. I like the style and everything, but if they don't work, they don't work. So it's just one man's opinion.